All right, guys, so we've talked all about custom audiences, why they're so important, why they're the source and seed audience that you use to create lookalike audiences with. Now we're going to actually talk about how to create these custom audiences, because creating custom audiences and then using them for retargeting and all types of Facebook ads is really how you differentiate yourself and how you start to create huge amounts of profit using Facebook ads. And so one of the ways that I like to do this, guys, is creating custom audiences with the most event data, right? And when I say event data, I mean things that literally happen for your pixel. And so right here, what we're looking at is the actual activity of one of my pixels. So we see that I had 147,000 page views. What is this in the last? Looks like about a month. 56,000 view contents, 18,000 completed registrations, right? And so there's a lot of data to work with here. Anything over 500 to 1,000 is enough custom audience data to actually create into like a reasonably accurate lookalike audience. And so obviously 147,000 is more than enough. And so I have kind of a luxury with that respect, because I have a lot of data in my pixel to work with. But when we're just getting started, sometimes not everyone has that luxury. And so what we're going to do, guys, is after we kind of start to get some website traffic using the ways that I talked about, right? PPE campaigns ran into traffic campaigns just to get our pixel some actual data to be able to, then retarget those people and to, season our pixel in such a way that we can use those custom audiences to make into lookalike audiences, iteratively getting more and more accurate with those lookalike audiences by split testing interest, how we've talked about. But in this specific lesson, excuse me, we're actually going to go through and set up some custom audiences. And so we've talked about custom audiences, but now I want to actually show, some of my favorite custom audiences that I like to create and then use to make lookalike audiences, which become, our much larger audiences that we're able to really kind of scale Facebook ads with in a very profitable way and reach, thousands and thousands of customers, even when our source audience, people who visit our website or engage with our page or our email addresses that they've given us, are not 2 million, because unfortunately I haven't had 2 million people visit my web pages, but thankfully Facebook allows me to extrapolate to a 2 million sized audience, even if I have 100 or 200 or 1,000 or 10,000 or 150,000 events in the last month. And so how we actually do this, guys, is up here we go to audiences under assets, and then we go to create a custom audience. And kind of the first one that we're going to do is with ClickFunnels. And so we're going to go through, customer files. We're going to go through website traffic. We're going to skip audience activity. We will go through offline activity in one of the later modules, because it is a bit more advanced. And we are going to talk about engagement custom audiences as well. And so we're just going to do these in order. And so the first one that we're going to do is called the customer file custom audience. So we're going to go over into ClickFunnels here. This is just one of my cheat sheets that I use. When I create a cheat sheet that is helpful to people, and maybe I release it to a YouTube channel or to one of my YouTube videos, excuse me, and people want it, sometimes, they'll give me their emails in exchange to get the cheat sheet, and then I'll, eventually email market to them things that they might be interested in, other YouTube videos, and then potentially offers related to the subject, which is kind of, how email marketing works. You give away things for free, again, lead magnet like we talked about, and then downstream, you monetize if people think that you're adding value for free and you kind of already have that relationship and rapport built. So when we're right here, guys, and I just want to kind of note, this is the same exact thing, right? This could be the dentist funnel that we'll talk about later on, and you'll understand what I mean, where, we give away a free teeth cleaning here, and then people, claim their teeth cleaning on the next page. They give us their email on the first page similarly. So let's just look at what this looks like. So if somebody wanted the viral launch cheat sheet, they'd come here, they'd say, show me the cheat sheet, and then they'd give, their email like this. And then once they click that, their email is stored by ClickFunnels. It's automatically added to a campaign here. And then here they can claim their cheat sheet, right? And I like to, give another offer on the cheat sheet, which we'll talk about later on. But that's just kind of how it works, right? So now I have their email. And so these are all actually stored here where it says contacts within ClickFunnels. And so in contacts here, we can actually go to download contacts. And we're going to show contacts for all time. And so we're going to download this actual, so this is going to be all of the different emails and names and things that we have related to, this specific cheat sheet. Similarly, if you were running ads for a client, or you were, collecting emails in any way, or people were purchasing your product via ClickFunnels, or you could export emails from Amazon, or you could export emails from Shopify. It's all the exact same thing. All you need, and all I'm showing you how to do right now, is how to actually download an email list, which we're then going to upload to Facebook to create a custom audience. Facebook's going to say, okay, I have that person signed up with that email, so we can put them in a custom audience. And if Facebook has these people's emails associated with their accounts, then Facebook's going to be able to match them. And then if they can match them, then they're going to be able to say, okay, we're going to create a custom audience of people who are, those people's emails associated with their Facebooks, and then we'll show those exact people the ads that you're trying to show them. So once we have that file downloaded, we're going to go back into Facebook, and we're going to go to customer file, add customers from your own file, or copy and paste data. And the easiest way to do this, guys, is just download Facebook's file template, just so you kind of know that things are in the right syntax and format, and that your columns are named the correct thing. Just copy and pasting your source data that you just downloaded into Facebook's example file. So this is Facebook's example file. These are just people that they have right here. So I'm just going to delete those. And I'm going to delete a lot of these columns too, because they have 3 spaces for most of these. Phone, first name, last name, zip, country, state, or county, state. I'm going to delete county, date of birth, gender, age. We don't need UID. Okay, so then for the sake of anonymization, I deleted all of the names that weren't me. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go, but this normally would have like hundreds of emails or thousands or whatever, you just downloaded. This would have all of the source data that you just downloaded from ClickFunnels, or these would be all of the different emails that you just downloaded from Shopify or from Amazon, or wherever you're getting your emails from. They would all be right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to if there was 100, I'd copy all of them. But since there's only one, and I just don't want to show a bunch of, people's emails on this video, I'm just going to copy and paste my actual email, or the email the entire email column right here. There was no phone number for this one, so we're going to leave that one blank, or we're going to actually just get rid of that. But there is a first name. So we see first name is Kevin. So I would take that whole column, copy it there. I would take this whole column, I'd copy it here. We see that the zip code is right here. State is Oregon. Country is USA. Date of birth, I don't think we have that there, so we'll get rid of that one. Gender, we don't have either. And age, we don't have either. And so the reason that we're doing this, guys, is because you want, the more data that you give Facebook, the more data you have about people, the more accurate they're going to be able to make your custom audience, the more people they're going to be able to match, and then the more accurate they're going to be able to make your lookalike audience from that source seed custom audience that you're going to use to create a much larger, lookalike audience in the future. And so we're going to actually just go ahead and save this how it is now, and we're going to upload it. So we're going to save this. We're going to leave that. We're going to upload example audience file. We're going to name this one viral launch cheat sheet custom audience. Go to next. And here we go. So preview and map your identifiers, map your data to upload it. Your data will be hashed before it's uploaded, right? So it's automatically matched these. If you upload it in a different way, like using your own column headers, then you'll have to match them manually, but I'd prefer to just use Facebook's syntax because it's easier and there's less errors. And so these are all matched already: first name, surname, zip, county, county and region. We're just remove that one. I thought that was state, but it's looking like county, region, city. Oh, never mind. So county, region is actually what they call state. So that's good. Okay, cool. And country, USA. right? So we're going to upload and create, and this is only one row, and so this isn't going to be able to successfully create a custom audience because there's not enough data. But I just wanted to show you an example, right? Because if that was one person or 1,000 or 1,000,000, you could still upload it in the exact same way. I only did it with one person because I wanted to just show my personal data. I didn't want to show any other people's data that they were giving their data to me when they signed up to get my cheat sheet. But the idea is exactly the same. That is how you create a custom audience using an email list. And again, the more data and the more columns and information you can provide Facebook, the more accurate the custom audience, the source audience, the seed audience, right? Same thing, can become to then retarget directly to those exact people, or to then use to create a lookalike audience, a much larger audience that you can actually scale with and create an explosively profitable Facebook campaign, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and let's get to the next custom audience.